Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killerrodan. So I just figured I'd just do a video for my original channel because as promised, I just wanted to be more frequent with its uploads because as mentioned multiple times by this point, my schedule to upload for this channel, it's ass, okay? It's fucking garbage. So I'm just trying to fix that, I guess you can say. Anywho, moreover, I just thought I would just review yet another Madea movie. Boo, a Madea Halloween. So, okay, I've already reviewed a few of these movies already. Okay, several movies actually, but I've uploaded a few reviews on my second channel. Yes, I will post a link down below for my second channel where we talk about movies and such. And of course, I will also post a link down below for Elvis as well. If you want to see some more gaming content, that's your cup of tea. We definitely upload more gaming content way more free than I would. I mean, I don't mind talking about games and such, but still. Anyway, moreover, both links for both channels will be posted down below in the description box. Anyway, I just thought I'd just do this because I've already posted one of these reviews on this channel already, so I just figured, why not? Let's do another one. And yes, I know they made two of these movies, two Halloween movies, which, yes, I've already seen. So I just thought I'd just cover the first one on here before I get to the second one. But yeah, I was just pretty much lollygagging to review this movie because, yeah, I've seen quite a few of Tyler Perry movies already by this point, and I do mean quite a few. And they all come off the same. A lot of ways, they all come off like it's the same damn movie regurgitated over and over and over again. It's like it's on repeat. It's just that this one's set during Halloween, kinda. I guess because one of my major complaints is that it doesn't focus on Halloween enough. If you ask me, but whatever. Yeah, Mr. Monkey, give me a break, really. Did you invite friends over again? I'm almost 3 minutes in this video and I still haven't talked about the story. Oh, you gotta stop spazzing out so much. Whatever. Whatever. Let's just get this over with, shall we? So here we go, I reckon. Anyway, let's talk about the plot. So, yeah, here we go, I guess. Yeah. Anywho, man, this is, I guess you can call it a horror comedy type of movie. If you don't call it a comedy, if you don't call it a horror movie. But anyway, the thing is that I'll just talk about the story as I said earlier. So, Jonathan and his brothers invite this individual and her friends, and they come over, and yeah, this woman, I guess this young woman, her age will be a thing in a moment later. So he invites them over, and yes, a famous YouTuber is in this movie, by the way. But yeah, there's like this whole thing with trick or treating, of course, and whatnot. Yeah, of course, this is supposed to be some kind of thing where, yeah, Mandela goes into a whole thing with lands in this mist of mayhem when she spends a Halloween in this haunted Halloween. Things find off killers, supernatural, thing, poltergeist, ghosts, and whatnot. Okay, while keeping a watchful eye on her wild teenage great niece. So the thing is that that's kind of the thing of this. The grand scheme of things, just she's on a hijinks. I guess you can say, it gets crazy. Damn it, Mr. Monkey. Go do your chores. You keep slacking off. That's what's your problem, man. Go, little asshole. Come on, mate. Anyway, as I was saying, of course, there's going to be a bunch of hijinks that Mandia would have to go through, of course. And that's the thing, though. It centers around her and what she has to do. And yes, the whole family structure thing does come into play into the movie again for like the 100th time at this point. So what's happening here is that, as I was saying, Mandia returns to set the neighborhood straight on Halloween night because of reasons. And but that's kind of weird though, in some ways, because when she gets frightened, she keeps, of course, calling out to Jesus. She needs Jesus. She needs Jesus. Which is pretty stupid because the whole idea is that supposedly Halloween is something from Satan, which is not. I heard this argument too many times I care to admit.
We want to get right to your email. Pat, this first one is from Hope, who says, my sister wants to throw a Halloween party for the children in our family, but I'm a Christian woman and want to continue to instill these values in my children and grandchild, so I don't let them participate in trick-or-treating or costumes. My family feels like I'm stopping my kids' fun. Will it be wrong to let them go to the party and buy them costumes and just don't let them trick-or-treat? Please help, because I don't want to see them upset.
All right, Halloween is a festival for demonic spirits.
This guy is fucking stupid!
The whole idea of trick-or-treating, the Druids would go to somebody's house and ask for money. And
Dum 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 ass, dum 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 ass, dum 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 dum.
if they didn't get money, they'd kill one of their sheep. I mean, that was the trick, you know.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck. Oh, my.
So, I mean, it was serious stuff, and it was also all this business about goblins and jack-o'-lanterns and all that all comes out of demonic rituals of the Druids and the people who lived in England at that particular time.
Oh, come on, Mr. Monkey. Stop messing around, why don't you? Just I'll talk to you later. Make good use of your time. Anyway, as I was saying, it was not supposed to be like a parody of that. How people like this, these religious people, can be really stuck up. I'm guessing that's a joke, because these kinds of people can be really uppity, can be such a tight ass. Like they have a dildo stuck up in there for too long. I don't know, and it's creating some kind of discomfort. I don't get it. And then not only that, the characters from the older generation were actually getting mad at the younger generation, and because the girl's age, it turned out that she was 17, and she shouldn't have been at these parties. She shouldn't be going there at all, and you get mad at her. I'm like, what? So this was kind of confusing because, yes, teenagers tend to be rebellious. Teenagers tend to I guess, refuse to follow the rules. And that's like the whole shtick. Teenagers will go against the rules, of course, for better or for worse. They would definitely do that. And you're trying to shame her for doing that? I don't get it. Whatsoever. Why are you punishing her for doing the typical thing that teenagers would do anyway? I don't get it. Why? It doesn't make any sense. But again, my major complaint when it comes to these movies, especially the Madea movies, is that it's a hard thing because they're trying to act like the people from the older generation. They know better. Wisdom comes with age, and they've been through the struggle and whatnot. Yada yada yada. And that's a bunch of bullshit too. Just because you're older doesn't mean you're wiser. That makes no sense. Again, that seems to be like a common thread when it comes to these movies. And trying to pretty much put boomers on a pedestal. That's what's coming up. Putting boomers on a pedestal like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Are you kidding me? That's so ridiculous. That's my complaint over here. Well, at Mr. Monkey. Okay, since you won't listen, I got some for you. Yeah. Hey, you want this? Hey, you want this? Yeah, that's what you get. Anyway, let's just wow. Okay. So anyway, that's the thing though. You mean to tell me you can get mad at these kinds of stuff with these characters, and just again, you just don't put these kinds of individuals on a pedestal, really. Like they're the greatest things, they're the greatest human beings on earth, just because they're from the previous generation. We're previous generation to be more exact. I don't understand that. Anyway, like the younger generation, like they're too damn stupid to know any better. I don't know. This seems like a really contrived way to have some kind of lesson thrown in there. I mean, okay, I don't have anything against with having movies with messages. That in itself doesn't necessarily be a bad thing. Doesn't every movie need a message? No. I mean, it could help to elevate the story in some ways if it's done properly, sure. But and here it just comes off contrived, very contrived. But that's my head hurts. This is dumb. Dumb characters again. That's all I'm going to say. Just really stupid characters again. But yeah, I don't know why this has to be written in such a way, but there you go. I reckon. I mean, not that I was expecting much for this. Really, not at all. I was not expecting a whole lot from this whatsoever. And on top of that, from what I heard, this movie was shot in 6 days. It was filmed in 6 days, so in less than a week. Yeah, and I can tell. I can tell the production felt kind of rushed in some ways. So there you go, I guess. Just, I don't know. Just whatever. And I don't know. I can say that was definitely something I don't want to watch again. I mean, I was kind of using this as an excuse for Halloween because I like Halloween. It doesn't matter what day, it doesn't matter what month this is, of course, or whatnot. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter whatsoever. I want to review as much Halloween stuff as I could, of course, obviously. That's kind of the point here. I like horror stuff. I like spooky stuff, of course. I like that, of course. And I'm kind of using this as an opportunity to talk about horror movies and whatnot. Well, horror comedy. I don't really care for horror comedies, really. I mean, I like comedies. I like horror stuff. It's just not really together at the same time. As weird as that sounds, really. I mean, another comedy works, really. Another comedy works in here, really, whatsoever. And it doesn't work. The comedy does not work at all. And it's not even scary. There's nothing frightening about this, really. There's nothing scary. So it fails on that front, too. It's not spooky. It's not funny. There's nothing clever in any of this. In the grand scheme of things, it's also extremely predictable. It's very formatted, formulaic. I guess that's the proper word. So on that way, in that way, it's just again does not quite work as it should be. And yes, of course. Another thing I have to complain about is that yes, there's some problems with the editing. The editing needs some work though, because you would think that this is okay. This project has been attached to well-known people, so you think the editing would be much better, but unfortunately, it wasn't at all. Editing needs some work as well, folks. So come on. I mean, it's not the worst edited movie ever. I'm not going to go that far, but you can tell something in some areas it needed some work. The production value is okay, especially considering the fact it was filmed very rushed. Yes, of course, making movies can be difficult. Yes, making movies is extremely hard. And yes, that's an obvious thing. You can't just get a camera and press record and then just call it a day. That's understandable. It's not that easy. It really isn't. I mean, it's gotten easier over the years when it comes to getting into the production, the industry as a whole, and whatnot. Yes, it's gotten easier over the years. That's true, but that doesn't necessarily mean like every smuck and Joe can make a movie. Of course not. I'm not saying that. I mean, yes, that didn't stop people from trying, sure, but point being is that yes, it's complicated. It's a complicated mess, and it's not easy. Okay, it's not very easy whatsoever. That's perfectly understandable. I'm just putting it out there. So maybe Tyler Perry was limited in time. Maybe it was limited in budget. I don't know. Why was this so quickly made? I have no idea. It was made in less than a week. Anyway, but I mean, okay, I'm not going to go as far as to say that this is like the worst movie ever. Okay, that seems like exaggerated. All right, I'm not going to go that far. Is it a good movie? Absolutely not. Is it the worst thing? No, I won't say that either. It's just in some ways it feels kind of bland because, like we're saying, the whole thing with the message, it feels very contrived, very contrived. if anybody would have told me if Tyler Perry is a one-trick pony, his character, I mean, and that has been beaten to death, this movie would have been a good example of that. It's a perfect example of the same old thing being done over and over. A one note, shallow, same thing recycled over and over again. So there we go. Pretty much completed with the same people on repeat. So, I mean, okay, I guess this one is a slightly different, of course, because it deals with Halloween, kinda. So that's something, I suppose. That's okay. That's something, sure. But anyway, sure. And then there's the whole thing with the frat party and whatnot. So there was thing. And but I do find it kind of weird that if anyone wants to go to a frat party, I mean, you mean to tell me there's no liquor, there's no beer, there's nothing like that at all? That's highly unbelievable. That's highly unrealistic. That's not going to be there and whatnot. You kidding me? I mean, yes, I know these type of movies are supposed to be like squeaky clean and whatnot. Supposed to be family friendly. Well, family friendly as PG-13 can be. I think this can be a PG-13 family type of movie. And and again, another thing that kind of things really weird is that these types of movies from Madea tend to I guess you can say slut shame. I'm like, really? You're not 12 years old, are you? That's very childish. When you're trying to call a woman certain names like she's a woman of the streets, you don't do that. Come on, that's so childish. That's somebody else's daughter, you know that. And that kind of thing is often brought up as a way to shame the someone else. For what? Just to have drama? Just because? And that's another thing with these movies. That when they're trying to have drama, just like the message, feels contrived. It just feels it's thrown in there. Just do it. Just to have it in there. And I mean, I can't. I'm not saying you can have drama and comedy. You can have both. Okay, you can do comedy and drama at the same time if it's well done. It's just not well done here. You know what I'm saying? It feels artificial. It feels very artificial, of course. It's just to get things going. It's just to push the plot forward. Just because. Just do it. Just I don't know anymore. Just and but yeah, I'm trying to give these movies a try. Okay, I'm giving these movies a chance. All right, and just I don't know anymore. Like I said, I will review the second movie when it comes to this. I will get to the second movie later, of course, when we get a chance. I'm just saying, just wow. Another thing I want to point out is that it does come out like the whole boomer thing I was saying earlier when I was complaining about that fact that it comes out of a boomer power play, like I said earlier. And it also kind of feels like you must obey authority. You must obey the authority of your parents, the authority of the older generation because they probably know better. And again, you're full of shit if you believe that. All right, and that in itself is a logical fallacy. And they know better. Than come on, dude. It seems like gaslighting in some ways. So it, whatever. So anyway, but bottom line, as it wasn't obvious enough, the writing is probably the biggest flaw of these movies. The writing is just utterly horrible. The writing in these movies is horrible. It's utter horrible. Ugh. So in other words, agree with me or be made to. That's full of shit. Anyway, but that's about it, folks. That's all I can really say is, and I just feel like I'm just regurgitating the same thing over and over again because I keep having the same complaints of these movies over and over again. It's not this movie's not a treat. It's just a horrible trick. Oh, whatever. So ultimately, I'll give this film a Nova rating of a 4.8 out of 10. It gets a 4.8 out of 10 for me. Whatever. Christ almighty, that was awful. Christ, whatever. That's it. I'm going to Wendy's. Who's coming with me? God, whatever.